Greetings lovelies, hi, it's Emmy, welcome back. I am in the bedroom again because my babies are sleeping out there. So today I'll be eating IKEA. So the last time I went to IKEA, I noticed that they expanded their kind of food section, and so I grabbed a bunch of things that I found interesting, and yeah, today I'm going to share them with you. This is not a sponsored post, this is just stuff that I found and thought might be interesting for you and me. Swedish friends, I do apologize for my poor Swedish in advance, and feel free to leave any comments down below about any of these foods and if there's any cultural things that I'm missing. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the eating. Let's start with this because I'll be using it with the other things I bought. Skorpor Fullkorn, and this looks like, as it says, wholemeal crisp rolls. Or rather than rolls, they look like they might be more like crackers. They look like they were once a bun or a roll, and they're cut in half. And this looks like the bottom and the top. And they're very crunchy. And they smell great. They smell very wheaty. Itadakimasu, just by themselves. Here we go. Very plain kind of crouton. Very dry toasted bread. You can definitely feel the texture of the grain in there, nice and coarse. It just tastes like really dry bread. It's not salted, or sweet for that matter. I think this will be the perfect delivery system for some of the other things I got. Saft Rabarber, which means rhubarb drink. So that looks beautiful, doesn't it? I love rhubarb. I think my favorite pie is a strawberry rhubarb pie. It's lovely and I feel like terribly underused. If you've never had it, it has a really nice acidic tartness to it. Wow. So it's got a little bit of a thickness to it. It looks a little bit syrupy, and I don't think it's effervescent at all. Don't think there's any bubbles. Alright, let's give that a taste. Come by. Wow. That's very sweet. I don't think I like it. I like the flavor. It definitely tastes like rhubarb. It has a kind of vegetal, slightly, very vaguely strawberry, and nice kind of tartness to it, but it's very sweet. And I don't care for the texture. It's a bit syrupy. I think if I add this half and half to, say, some fizzy water, I think it would be perfect. Alone, it's just too cloyingly sweet and syrupy. Sill Gräddfil. Sill Gräddfil. And I have always wanted to try pickled herring. So this is herring in sour cream, and I've never had it, so I've been very curious about it. It smells like ranch dressing. There it is. It's kind of got a gelatinous texture to it. Alright, let's give that a taste. Itadakimasu. I like it. There's the fish. Mostly what you taste is that sauce. And at the very end you taste the fish. You get this kind of sour cream richness along with vinegar, sugar, a little bit of dill. And then you taste the fish at the very end and you get this kind of metallic, sardine-y. I like it. If you like canned sardines or kippers, then I think you'll really like this. I love this packaging, and I have to confess that that's one of the reasons why I purchased this. And this is called Kalles, and this is creamed smoked roe, and roe is fish eggs. Can you see that? It's kind of this pale pink paste. It's got quite a strong smell. Not quite seafoody, almost cheesy smell. It's quite salty, so a little goes a long way, and it's very strongly flavored of both kind of a smoky, fishy flavor. It reminds me a bit of if you ever had crab, and if you open up the crab, and then you eat the crab roe that's inside, the kind of greenish stuff. It tastes a bit like that, or lobster roe. Very rich, eggy flavor, and very fishy, but I quite like it. But very, very salty. The next time I have this, I'll probably just put it very lightly, a bit like Vegemite, just a little scraping on top. It does have quite a strong aftertaste of oily, metallic, and very fishy and smoky, but I like it. It might not be for everyone. This is another roe product, Sillrom, and this is herring roe. So it looks very similar to some of the roe that you find on sushi in Japan. Isn't that gorgeous? They're like little tiny beads. I'm not sure if you're supposed to eat this like caviar, like how much you're supposed to put. I'm putting a generous amount on there. Doesn't smell like much. Alright, let's give that a taste. Itadakimasu. It too is quite salty, but it tastes much of the ocean. Let's try a little bit by itself so I can taste and feel the texture. Just as I suspected. Similar to the roe that they have in Japan. I forget the name of it in Japanese. It has a very fun, crunchy texture, but very salty. I think that's the way it's preserved. Tängkorn. And this is a seaweed topping. One of my favorite seafood toppings in Japan is called gohan desu yo, and it's a seaweed paste. It sounds terrible, but it's delicious. And I was wondering if this was at all similar. Gohan desu yo is like a standby. All kids love it. It's in bentos, and it's just a black-brown colored paste made of nori, and I think has a little bit of sugar and soy in it, but it's a spread, but it's delicious. Oh, this is a little bit different. It looks like roe. Look at that. It's textured too. It smells kind of oceany too. Let's try a little by itself. Ooh, I like that. Has the same kind of crunchy texture as the herring roe, but it has a very different flavor. This tastes very briny and very oceany, like the seaweed. I love it, but it's not at all like the seaweed like nori. All right, let's try it on a cracker. It tastes of the ocean, but isn't fishy. So there isn't any of that cloying, kind of fatty, fishy flavor that comes with, say, sardines or mackerel or herring, like that. It's delicious. For my last snack, I have this, a Maribor snack. I've tried many Maribor snacks. If you haven't seen my Emmy Eats Sweden videos, I'll put those links down below. And they make delicious, delicious chocolates. So I got this because A, it was huge, and B, it's chocolate. Why not? Mjölk Choklad. So that's milk chocolate. But look at the size of this thing. And plus I was very curious to see what it looked like inside. Aha! There are two. There's one. And it's a cylinder. And let's see what's inside. Oh boy, look at that. And they look a little bit like a Rolo here in the States. Has a really deep indentation. A little bit shorter than a Rolo. Rather than being caramel filled, I think these are just going to be plain. Let's give it a taste. Here we go. It's great. Very simple candy. All it is milk chocolate. Very nice, high quality chocolate. Maribor milk chocolate. Delish. So that's that. That's my little taste of IKEA. The next time I go, I'll probably pick up some other things. Whenever my family goes to IKEA, we always manage to eat in the cafeteria. And yes, we've had the Swedish meatballs, and to me, they're kind of meh. At any rate, let me know what you think of IKEA food and if you've tasted any of these products. And Swedish friends, let me know in the comments below what you feel about this. Do you feel like that this is a fair representation of Swedish food, what they sell in IKEA? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. I want to know. Alright, thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye. This is an LMP Whitaker slab. So Anna tells me that LMP is a beverage. It's like a soda, like an extra lemony Sprite. Ooh, I can smell the lemon already.